Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got a big week for Skaven. Tons and tons of new stuff coming out here. So first off, we have the Chaos Battletome Skaven, $60 for that. We got the new Skaven dice set, $33.50. We have the Skaven Warscroll cards as well, $35. And then we have the Chaos Battletome Skaven Gamers Edition. Alright, so there's been a lot of questions about the actual Battletome, the Warscroll cards, and then the Gamers Edition, exactly what the differences are. So now we have the full description from Games Workshop. So let's take a look at, first off, the Warscroll cards. You get 43 Warscroll cards and then 7 Spearhead cards. Alright, and then jumping over to the Gamers Edition, we see there are 43 Warscroll cards, 7 Spearhead cards, and then you also have the 5 Faction Rules cards, the 4 Army of Renowns cards, and then the 2 Regiment of Renown cards. So basically what it looks like here is the Warscroll cards are essentially like an incomplete card pack, and you still need the actual Battletome itself so that you have access to the Faction Rules cards and the Army of Renown cards, so you have access to the Faction Rules cards. But if you buy the Gamers Edition, it includes those extra cards as well as the Army of Renown and Regiment of Renown cards. So in all reality, essentially in the past, I have brought up that the Warscroll cards are incomplete and Games Workshop should add in those last couple cards. So you can basically play your games without having to use your Battletome. You still have it if you need it. But in my opinion, what Games Workshop is doing is trying to make sure that you don't just skip out on the Battletome altogether and just buy the Warscroll cards. So their goal is to require you to need the actual codex itself, or Battletome in this case. But it looks like if you buy the package, which is the Battletome and then also the complete set of Warscroll cards, which they're calling the Gamers Edition, you're going to get access to all of those cards. So you can actually leave your Battletome in your bag. You won't actually need it because you'll have everything in the Gamers Edition card set. So definitely a nice improvement for the Gamers Edition. I do like the addition of this. We're still not sure if it's going to have all the lore, pictures, everything like that that's normally in the Battletome. But you do get a comprehensive, complete set of cards. Now, if it was up to me, Games Workshop would just release all of the cards with the Warscroll card set, so you wouldn't need to have the Battletome as well. Most people still would buy it for access to the code or the book, but you could actually play your games with just the card pack. But I think their way of stopping you from just skipping the Battletome altogether is by leaving out those faction cards for the actual Warscroll card set and then including them in the Gamers Edition, which includes the Battletome and then the comprehensive card set. So from their point of view, I get it. They don't want you to skip out on the Battletome. But as far as actual gamer or player is concerned, it is really weird that you buy a card pack for 35 bucks and then don't get all of the rules that you need to just use those cards. But from a business standpoint, I totally get why they're doing it. And I do appreciate that they're actually releasing the Gamers Edition that has everything you need, the comprehensive card pack, and then the Battletome included. That way they sell you the Battletome, they sell you the card pack. There's no backdoor way around it. And then moving on from there, we have the repackaging of a bunch of stuff as well as some new releases. So we have Thanquil on Bone Ripper, 92 bucks for him. We have the Plague Pack for 42 bucks. Then we have the new Clanrats available for individual sale. So you are going to get 20 of these in a pack for 52 bucks. But honestly, Skaven Tide and the starter sets are really good deals relative to buying the individual kits. So I would always recommend that. We have the new Clawlord on Gnawbeast, $62.50 from him. And then we have the brand new Krittok Foulblade with some cool new rules, 40 bucks for that model. Very, very cool model. And then we have our Rat Ogres, 60 bucks for them. We have the brand new Arch-Warlock, very cool model, 38 bucks for him. We have the Warlock Giselles, $52. Once again, they're in the Skaven Tide box. And you can see that just picking up 3 of these random sets from the Skaven Tide box is more than the price of just buying a half or a split from that. So once again, just really good deal picking up Skaven Tide or one of the starter sets as opposed to these individual kits. And it is the exact same models in both. And then we have the brand new Vizzik Skour. So absolutely amazing new model here. Just truly showing off Games Workshop skills. This guy is absolutely amazing. Really, really good in game terms too. 160 bucks for Vizzik. And then we have the new Brood Terror for 70 bucks. We have the Warlock Galvaneer, 35 bucks for him. And then we have the Acolyte Globadiers, 58 bucks for 5 of them. We have the Warp Grinder for 45 bucks. The Warpspark Weapon Battery, $52 for them, 3 in a set. We have the new Doom-Flayers, 60 bucks for 2 of those. And then the Master Moulder for 35 bucks. And then we also have the brand new Stormvermin, $58 for them. Once again, just awesome models. And then we have the new Spearhead Skaven, 145 bucks for this. So it is worth note that basically they have just changed out the old Spearhead box with the new Clanrats included. So it's still the same overall composition, but rather than getting the old Clanrats, you get the new sculpts. And this is a really, really nice box set right here. I played against this Warp Lightning Cannon recently, and this thing is absolutely amazing, doing a ton of mortal wounds. And this is a really good box set right here. Definitely a big fan of this. The Skaven are absolutely phenomenal. The new range is amazing. Their rules are absolutely awesome. And they are definitely very competitive in Age of Sigmar. And to tell you the truth, we've been playing quite a bit of Sigmar lately, mostly smaller games as we're building up our Escalation League over on Tabletop Bros, and it's been a ton of fun. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. And that's it for the new Skaven releases. So obviously a ton of stuff coming out for Skaven. This is basically the whole range now. It's got its new refresh. It's got its Battletome. We know the Stormcast Eternals are getting a bunch of new models and the Battletome coming up here shortly. So that's super exciting for the Age of Sigmar players out there. And then we got a bunch of stuff that came out to Old World last week. A lot of Chaos stuff right here, including their new reference cards pack and Arcane Journal. We got a bunch of old models coming in resin, re-released from Forge World. Lots of cool little stuff coming here. So tons and tons of releases and re-releases coming out over the last couple of weeks. And then also coming up with the new Stormcast. And then we've got that limited edition Dawn of Fire Hand of Abaddon book coming up here. So this is book 8 special edition. Absolutely beautiful layout right here. Really, really nice faux leather cover on this. Absolutely love the Indomitus icon on the front. Really nice quality. Always been a big fan of these limited edition books and the quality Games Workshop puts out. $75 for this bad boy. For whatever reason, they are no longer saying exactly how many of these are produced, but this is like one of the limited signed and numbered copies, and definitely really nice quality here. Sure, there's a lot of collectors out there that are looking forward to getting a hold of this. Very, very cool. Then we got a couple of other books here. The campaigns, Age of Darkness, Martian Civil War from last week. We've got the Lords of Nocturne, Salamander's book in paperback. And then we got a couple of other books as well. The Hand of Abaddon, regular edition. We got the new White Dwarf, End in the Death Volume 1. And then the Imperial Palace Undone map. And then we got all of those new Mechanicum models recently released for Horus Heresy. So tons and tons of cool stuff. Middle-earth strategy battle game. Tons and tons of new releases here. So lots and lots coming out from Games Workshop here. Definitely been a busy couple of months from them. I mean, you can see from like the new releases and stuff that's come out in the last couple of weeks, the re-release of the terrain sets, the dwarves, the Necromunda stuff. It has just been an absolute plethora of new models and re-releases. All the Agents of the Imperium stuff. And it is worth note also, all of the boxes are still available in the United States. So that just tells you there is very little interest for the Imperial Agent stuff, and that also these box sets just weren't that great. And I did some individual breakdowns on them, the value inside, and honestly, this was very, very foreseeable. Wasn't a big surprise that these are not selling well. But obviously things like the Blood Angel box, which had a ton of value packed inside and are much more popular, literally sold out in minutes. So tons and tons of cool stuff coming out from Games Workshop. Lots of limited releases, lots of new models. It's been a crazy couple of months here, and lots more to come before the end of the year. I would expect a lot of the individual characters that were box locked to be coming out for 40K and some of the other game systems. Also expecting a bunch of cool Christmas boxes this year. We got the Stormcast still coming out. We've got the new edition of Kill Team coming out here shortly as well. So 2024 definitely going to be going out with a bang over the next few months as we just get a ton more releases on top of all of the stuff that's been coming out lately. And I have noticed Games Workshop is slowly but surely restocking the store. Still a couple of models that have been out for a while. Things like the Lord of Skulls just been almost impossible to get in the United States. Couple of the Astra Militarum tanks and some other choice models. But definitely overall, Games Workshop's release schedule has been picking up and their restocks have been building up as well. So that is definitely good to see for all the people out there that's been trying to get a hold of some of the new stuff or trying to pick up some of the stuff that's been out of stock. Also nice that we can finally see, got some of the questions answered. My speculation on the difference between the Gamers Edition Skaven Battletome set and then the individual Skaven Battletome and card set. playing out to be true as we suspected. You're essentially just still kind of getting shorted on the Warscroll cards, but we're getting like the full comprehensive set with the Gamers Edition. I hate to see that. I really think if you're going to pay 35 bucks for the Warscrolls on their own, it should be everything you need. Same with the card packs for 40k, but obviously Games Workshop has recognized that they should be including those cards, but rather than putting them out in the Warscroll sets, they found a way to repackage this set and make sure that you do pick up the Battletome also. And realistically, for the people out there that are just looking for the rules and the cards, the difference between buying the Battletome and the cards for 95 bucks versus buying the Gamers Edition for 80 bucks, saving about $15. It is worth note that this is online only and its wall supplies last. So if you are getting a discount from your local store or online retailer, you're not going to get as much of a discount on the Gamers Edition. So probably going to be working out to about the same, but you are going to get those additional cards, which are definitely nice to have. I have been previously just photocopying the couple pages I needed from my actual Codex or Battletome, and then using those alongside the Warscroll cards. But realistically, this is what Games Workshop should be doing, selling a complete product with everything you need. You shouldn't have to bust out a photocopier once you've already bought the product to have everything you need. So let me know what you're most excited about, what you're going to be picking up. Let me know if you've been playing Age of Sigmar lately and enjoying it. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. Make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. And we still got a crazy couple of months to come for releases in 2024. And I'm out of here.